What's up, you freaking geniuses? So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to find solutions to linear equations that have two variables, okay? Now, the trick to this is making a table, okay? Because when you're trying to find solutions to these types of problems right here, what you're really looking for are ordered pairs. So if you don't remember what an ordered pair, it's just the thing that's in the parentheses and then it's x comma y, right? So this is an ordered pair. So all your solutions are going to basically look like this. Okay, so you're going to make a table, and your table is going to consist of two sides right here, okay? Your x number, or your x coordinate, and here you're going to plug in your y number, or your y coordinate. Okay, so then all you have to do is plug in a number. So for example, let's do this. Let's say for x, I want to plug in a 0, okay? Well then let's do that. Okay, let's plug in a 0 for x right here, and then we'll solve for y. Okay, so we're going to have, just filling out this equation, 3 times our x number, which we just picked a random number when we said 0, right? Times 0, and then the rest of our equation right here, plus 2y is equal to 6, right? Plus 2y is equal to 6. Okay, so now simplifying this, 3 times 0, that's just equal to 0. And then we have this plus 2y is equal to 6. Okay, so then 0, that doesn't really contribute anything to our problem, right? So here we really just have 2y is equal to 6. Okay, now in order to isolate the y right here and get rid of the 2, all we have to do is divide by 2. Okay, and what you do to one side, you do to the other. Okay, so then these 2's right here cancel each other out. So then we're just left with y on this side, and then that's equal to 6 divided by 2, which is equal to 3. Okay, great. So we just solved for y, right? So now we know that our y coordinate right here is a 3. Okay, so if I wanted to know what a solution was to this linear equation up here, 3x plus 2y is equal to 6, I just found one right here, right? 0 and 3. But remember, I told you you'd normally write your answers in this form right here, okay? So in this case, let's write it right here. Your answer, one of your answers, would be 0, 3, okay? This would be a solution to this problem up here. Okay, let's try and find another solution. And this time, let's plug in something to the y column. Let's just say the number 1, okay? So we're gonna plug in the number 1 for y, okay? We're gonna plug in 1 for y right there, and then we're gonna solve for x, okay? So we're gonna solve for the x this time. So again, the equation, let's just rewrite it really quick, is 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. And then this time, I'm going to plug in a 1 for my y, okay, right there. So rewriting this, I'm going to have 3x plus 2 times 1 is equal to 6, okay? Now, simplifying this, 2 times 1, that's just equal to 2. So then here we're going to have 3x plus 2 is equal to 6. Okay, so we're trying to isolate the x, right? So first of all, let's get rid of this plus 2, and we're going to do that by subtracting 2. And what you do to one side, you do to the other. Okay, so then on this side, we're just going to be left with 3x, and then these canceled out, right? So then it's just going to be equal to, right, equal to 6 minus 2, which is equal to 4. Okay, so now last thing we have to do to isolate the x right here is get rid of this 3. So we're going to divide by 3 on both sides, right? So then on this side, these 3's cancel out. So we're just going to be left with x on this side. And then that's going to be equal to 4 over 3, which is basically as simplified as we can get that, right? So it's just equal to, so x is equal to 4/3. Okay, so we just solved for our x term. So we'll plug it in right here. It's 4/3. Okay, so look, we just found another ordered pair right there, right? So 4/3, 1. Okay, and let's just write it right here. So 4/3, 1. This is also a solution to this equation right here. All right, now let's try this last example right here where the equation is written out a little bit differently, okay? But it's still the same process. So here we have y is equal to 2x minus 5. And again, I'm asked to find solutions to this linear equation. So again, I'm just going to make myself a table, and in that table is going to be an x side and a y side, okay? And again, we're not given any numbers or anything like that, right? So that's actually kind of a nice thing because we can use our own numbers. We can plug in whatever numbers we want. So for x right here, again, let's just try 0, right? We just want to use simple numbers. And 0 is normally one of the easier numbers that you can use because whenever you're multiplying it by something, it turns the whole thing to 0, right? So then you don't have to do a whole bunch of math with it. So let's plug in, again, 0 for x right here. And then we'll solve for y, okay? So then plugging it in, we're going to have y is equal to 2 times x, which is going to be 0, and then minus 5, right? Okay, so then y is equal to 2 times 0, which is just 0, and then minus 5 right there, minus 5. So 0 minus 5, that's equal to negative 5, okay? So then y is equal to negative 5, okay? Pretty simple, right? We found our y coordinate right there, negative 5, okay? So I just found a solution to this equation right here. So my x would have to be a 0, and my y would have to be a negative 5. So let's just write it right here. 0, comma, whoops, negative 5, okay? This is a solution to the equation. All right, let's try and find one more solution. And this time, let's plug in a 1 for x right there, okay? So then rewriting our problem again. So it's y is equal to 2 times x, which we'll plug in a 1 this time. So times 1 minus 5. Okay, so then simplifying this, it's going to be y is equal to 2 times 1, which is just equal to 2, and then minus 5, right? So 2 minus 5, that's equal to negative 3. Okay, so then y is equal to negative 3. All right, so we found our y coordinate right here, which is negative 3. Okay, so cool. We found another solution right here. So it'd be 1 comma negative 3, right? 1 comma negative 3. So this is another solution to this equation. So if you found the video helpful, definitely leave a thumbs up down below. And if you have any other questions or want to see any other examples, just let me know in the comment section below. Also, there's a couple playlists attached that I think you'll find helpful, so definitely check those out, and I'll see you there.